again. So, yeah. So we're just gonna go live now. Penners is here. Kane's Corner, special episode. My favorite kind of episode. We're talking behind the scenes, and I'm like, I'm not smart enough to really go back to what I said, so we're just gonna go from here. But any show where I can make Freddie look horrible, I'm in for, and it may not happen. Maybe Penners will take his side and go the opposite way. But we got Penners here, and so I just want to get. I don't really know a lot about you, to be quite honest. I've seen your account. I know of the account. Did you do shows on the network in the early days, or?
No, I found Kirk. I found Kirk in 2020 through like the trending number 2 in the nation was hashtag Fire K Marco, and so I clicked into that and I saw like Kirk's desk and Latino Kirk and Kirk's Feaster 5 hoodie, and I said, "What the fuck's going on here? I need to be a part of this."
All right.
So that's how I found the show. I didn't do any. First network thing I did was Jeopardy last year. Then I hadn't done anything since then until the list talk started popping up this year. So
okay, so Jeopardy was the first thing. Now, Jeopardy was a great show, and I got to be honest. Beanbag Ron, when he first came on the network, I don't know if you watched anything. I don't know. You watch a lot of network stuff, or not really, right?
Yeah. Well, recently, not too much, but yeah, like history wise, yeah, I watch a lot of network.
So when Beanbag first arrived to the scene, he was kind of like fighting with people in the chat. I don't know if you remember that. It was great podcasting. It was pretty funny, but he was in his drinking days. And then he stopped. And when Jeopardy came, when I talked to Miss Big Fuss Daddy, he told me that Ron was like the brains behind the operation. And I had never been floored more in my life. I couldn't believe it. And then, as Ron, has gone on here, I get it now. But that was a good show. You won it, right? You were the winner.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that's how you first started. And then, so I basically, I remember you from there. So that's pretty much the beginning. I didn't know if there was more of a story here. How'd you come up with the name Penners? Obviously, it's a play on Menners, but.
Yeah, I'm just I just find him hilarious. And I'm from Pennsylvania, so I literally just made it Penners.
All right, cool. Anyway, we brought Penners on. Obviously, the top 50 list got dropped by Freddie. Penners was on the panel. Blind Mike was on the panel. They had a show, and the list was final. There was no discussion. No names moved. And Kirk said on the show today, it was a disgrace. I think we all think it was a disgrace. I'm gonna put up the list later, but can you bring us just through the whole process, like how it started? He reached out to you, obviously, whatever, and then the whole process from beginning to end. A little synopsis. Is that the word?
Yeah. So he reached out to me. He reached out to me like separately. Like he sent us his list, and then he asked for a list back. I think me and Mike both sort of like did like a first draft. Like we think that would be like the final one. I think because we were both sort of anticipating we were going to have some discussion, because he mentioned when he reached out initially that we were going to be on Fireside Chat. So I thought like, oh, okay, we're going to go on Fireside Chats and like have a round table, and at the end of the show, we're going to come up with a final list. Then after we submitted our drafts, and Freddie's like, all right, like I averaged them out, and I'm going to send this out on Tuesday or whatever. And that's going to be the list unless there's any like major complaints. And in my head, I was like, well, there's a lot of stuff I would go through and like change or, like nitpick or whatever. But I was like, the only major complaint I have is Ellie Schmidt. But I think Freddie just wanted to go based on the numbers, basically. He said him and Mike both had her on there. I didn't, so she was going to stay on. And Freddie, he said that he was like more urgent to get one out because like he wanted to get one out around Kirk's birthday. None of the fans had mentioned a list yet, so I think he was more of the mindset of like any list is better than no list. I just want to get one out there, and I think my mindset just going into it was thinking like, well, if we're gonna do this, like let's go balls to the wall and spend freaking hours on this thing. So I think it was just a misunderstanding from the beginning.
You guys never sat together and discussed anything, like in a group meeting.
The only discussion.
That's almost hard to believe. I got to be honest. That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean that's why I put out that tweet on Friday, because like that's not how I would have done it. I wouldn't put my name to that as a finished product. So I sort of wanted that to be known because people don't really know me from anything. Like Freddie has credibility with the show. Mike has credibility because he's Blind Mike. Nobody really knows me with anything except for the shitty list. So I sort of wanted to make it known that like, this isn't what I would put my name to as a finished product.
Oh yeah, Jeopardy too. Let's not forget that. But
that's true. Yeah.
I don't understand that thinking at all. I mean, no offense to you guys, but if you're going to put a panel together and you're going to do it that way, wouldn't you rather have 20, 30 of these things where you could say, okay, we're going to put them all in and we'll spit them out. And then we're just saying we're not going to have a panel, but if you're going to have a fucking panel where you have Blind Mike and you in there, to not sit down in meetings ahead. I'm saying this should be discussed at least for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of going around back and forth, right? A full show of it. If you're going to have a panel, that's what you're supposed to do. To just say turn in a list, it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, like I generally agree with you. That's not how my process. That's not what my process would have been. But I think Freddie was also more focused on like what would be good for like his show. So I don't like he wanted to stick to the structure of his show. Like talk about whatever, like talk about the list initially, and then trivia, and then the like the happenings of current KMS. So I think that's where his mind was like when he started the whole committee. Was like, I want to come up with a good product that we can talk about like on the show. Whereas when he initially reached out to me, my mindset is like, okay, so like we want a good quality list and we want to talk about it for a while. And that's what I thought. I thought we'd do like a round table for a few hours and like live, of course, because like, we don't have all the time in the world. Like
when I say makes no sense, I can't.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, it's just.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. My point is bring you there. Obviously, he's brought you there for the knowledge. He brought Mike for the knowledge. To not discuss it it's honestly so crazy that it's hard to believe. Freddie is not dumb, but he overthought this thing, and he didn't really actually, I'm going to go the opposite way. He put no thought into this. Makes no sense. If I have you and Mike there, we have to sit down and we're going to go through this whole thing. I mean, there's some crazy fucking names in that list. I mean, let's pull it up quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
Can you give me why you thought Bobby Cox? Did you have Bobby Cox on your list?
Yeah, I did, because I valued. See, this is why I thought discussion would be valuable, because I value.
Right?
Because I value parody songs and I value callers on mine. And Mike, after hearing like Mike's take on KMS as to why they shouldn't be valued, I actually like agreed with him more. So like I'd be very happy to.
It would have been nice if you guys had a discussion and kind of talked about that, right? Maybe you guys could have came to more of a consensus here. But if you're going to have that route, then we might as well have a bunch of people's routes, because then it's more of a bigger sample size.
Exactly.
It just was odd.
I think discussion is the way to go about it. I think the strategy Kirk has set up now is going to be perfect. Like it's exactly what it needs to be. Even if you like get together 20 people and average their list, nothing's going to look as good as it will like once you're hearing everybody's opinions and everybody's perspective. So lock everyone in a room for a few hours and bang this thing out.
All right. The end of the list, I guess we could pull up here.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. All right. So he asked you to put up another what? He said more than 50 you guys picked, right? Was it
60-ish?
Okay.
62.
All right. I guess it really it's hard to really think about who shouldn't be or not be on, but I don't even have. You have the whole list. Can you even see the whole thing? I don't even know if you can see the whole thing.
I can see the bottom 25.
Who had Steve from Providence on?
I had Steve from Providence, and I think some of those guys did too. I have a resume from Steve from Providence. I think he deserves to be on there.
From the first, I mean, he did have a couple. First year and a half, maybe, he was pretty prevalent.
Yeah, I have the walk to VFW, which was a huge moment. He was great in studio with Tim McCann. The first 20 minutes of that episode is like some of the best 20 minutes of KMS you'll hear. It's just like perfect inside shit. Him and Tim spied on Mike at blind school. That was part of that 20 minutes. They dressed up. They dressed up to spy on Mike. Getting lunch with Alba and her parents for the first time, which in hindsight was a bit over the line, but that stuff happened.
And you got Julie. Julie's, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but over John or Pat Ford, and I'm not a Pat Ford guy, but to me is nuts.
I left Julie off my original list, but I actually think that was a mistake. Over the 2 days leading up to the show, I actually built a pretty good case for Julie. She has some good funny moments. So I actually agree with her being on there. Some of those guys must have had her pretty high because I left her off mine. But
Yeah, the first 25, I guess, it's hard to even debate, I guess. But is there anybody like who is on? Who else did you think should be on here that isn't? Who are the guy? I know you haven't posted your list, which is unfortunate. But
yeah,
if you had some names that you were gonna put on here that aren't on here, who would be a couple of those names?
yeah. So Thursday I talked about Jimmy 879, the Twitter guy who had all the Coleman stuff. I think he drove. I think that was like the biggest part, or maybe should be the biggest part of the criteria. I think we all agreed on that was like driver of show conversation, and I think Jimmy did that really well. So I'd put him on there. I had you on there pretty high. I had you on there at 38.
Wow,
Because
make the case for that.
you're a nutcase. I read
know.
it.
I heard the case actually. I really enjoyed it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Mike wasn't gonna have me on. I was, not, I don't know. Fucking Mike, Jesus Christ, Mike. It's okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're good. Like you're talked about on the show a lot. You're good content.
Yeah. So Bobby Costa strictly for you was parody songs.
Yeah, and like it was the fact that he was on the show basically every day at the end of the show. So I thought my mindset was just like he has an imprint on the show every day for over a year. But not really driving show conversation. So I get the issue with that.
Well, I mean, he did have a little run there, but he doesn't have much time. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I would say, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like Mikey Grabeck has a bigger stretch than he would, or a bigger impact than some of these guys. I mean, he's talked about on the show, not in a roundabout way, I guess. He gets talked about a decent amount, but Kirk does use him a lot in his retweets and all that kind of stuff. He kind of highlights them. So did you factor in any of those kind of guys, the Don the Jewelers or?
No, they're great on Twitter and like
they have to be on the show.
They don't have to be like I had Jimmy on who's not on the show.
Yeah.
But like I thought he was clearly a driver, whereas like I mean those guys are great at Don the Jeweler and Mikey Crabbags, but
Don's not great.
I know you have issues with him. Outside the parody song, like Grabbags, like I don't know, like he's like more of a Twitter presence in my mind, as opposed to show.
So I know you guys didn't have much of a discussion, but what was the parameters for the list? Was there any parameters at all of like how you guys came up with the names?
No. And I don't think that's like a bad thing, honestly, because we sort of came at it with different perspectives. Like I think me and Mike's list would look pretty damn different. Like I had a lot of newer people, Freddie's Birdies, Ted Sellers, Rhymo. Mike had Rhymo too though. But and Mike had skewed more old. So, but I don't think like either of us are necessarily wrong. It all depends on the reasoning behind it. And I think you can probably come up with a criteria through discussion, but like just to have criteria off the bat, it's going to be tough to do.
Yeah, I think they need to define it a little bit because I don't. If you're gonna, it has to be something like to define because some of these names were really old names that a lot of maybe show listeners don't even know who they are. They haven't even really been talked about at all. And some of these people are more prevalent in the years now. Like Steve from Gloucester's on there. He had people from now know him, but for people that maybe listened before, if they stopped listening, wouldn't know who he is. Or like, Beanbag Ron kind of came out of. I mean, he's kind of been around a long time now, but it's like DC. Plenty of people don't even know who he is. So it's, I guess, like it's tough because I mean DC is on the list. He was kind of more. I don't want to say he was EEI, but you said you started listening in 2020. Do you even know who he was?
Yeah. So I also went back and listened like to all the old KMS episodes. So I don't have any pre-KMS bias. I don't know if I made a resume for DEC or not. But he was like,
I have no problem being on there.
His network show, like that was like they did a lot of network talk back then, and like his show was like the main one, him and MHB. Plus he has like a thing. He has a shtick with like Blind Mike's mom and everything. Like him for something. And then also he was out for a while, but then he came back with the Yelp reviews, which is hilarious. And then he came back again with he's doing the best of for this year. So like he's still around. And still like has like these little impacts here and there. But to your point, Kane, with like people not knowing who people are based on where you listen, I just don't think there's enough names to like fill out a full 50 where like you'll know who.
Yeah.
Where you pick any 2-year span and you're gonna know all the names.
Especially in the last like 20. I mean it's the first ones you might because they're so first 10 definitely. But some of these names, yeah, I just don't feel like like Ellie Schmidt is a great example. She didn't have a long run. I mean, she had a decent run, but once you like the guy who was the guy from you would know better than me. I can't think of what his name is. The guy from Denver there.
Ben Albright.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, where he doesn't fit at all. If like she's on there, I feel like he had just as much kind of impact on the show. But maybe I'm wrong. That's what I don't have a good mind for this. So maybe you would tell me different. But was Ellie Schmidt like somebody that was like how long was her stretch of run?
So yeah, they
not
thought
talked about it all now. So
what's that?
she hasn't been talked about in a long
yeah.
time.
Yeah. So they thought I think Freddie and Mike had her run as like they included her as like the entire summer of 2020, whereas I was more so like I thought she was the main driver of just one episode, the Genius Show, and then like the remainder of summer of 2020, she was sort of lumped in there. But that was, in my opinion, that summer was mainly about Portnoy and Edward stuff, and like just the whole attempt to cancel Barstool, KFC, K Marco, and then even JDM lumped in there with his beef with KMS. I thought Ellie was just like a part of that and not a main driver of all that. And I agree, she's not referenced at all. I think Mike sort of came around with me on that one. Yeah, Ben Albright, yes, sort of the same thing, honestly, because he was a main driver of like one or two episodes, and then he was referenced a couple times after that, and then eventually started to fade.
Are you a Tim and Canton over Coleman guy?
Yeah. So I put my top 10. I sort of made my top 10 like almost like its own little group, like special. So
did your top 10 match this top 10 or no?
No.
Okay.
So obviously the top 5 is the same. And then I put Clemmer Flip, Bill from Milton's 8. Then I put Tim and Canton 9 and Cinema 10. So like to me they're like sort of like above, like they have their own lore. Even though like I totally get the Tim and Canton like lower argument, like he doesn't really contribute to the show.
Like you don't put Montante over him, huh? I understand. I love Tim too. There's nothing. Tim is a unique character. Like obviously, was around from the old days and transferred right to the new show. It's been I don't have that resume, but Montante's contributions are hard to not look at and say they're more than Tim's.
I actually Montante a little lower, but yeah, he is just so good every time he's in studio. I think I had him below Menners because I wanted Menners to be like the top like fan because he's been involved like on the show. Like he's always talked about on the show basically from day one because he does all the network stuff and like he gets under the producer's skin. Like he's had a beef with the producer literally from day one till now, whoever the producer is. So he's always involved in discussion and he does so much work like for the network and everything. So that's why I wanted him as like the first person outside of that top 10 for me. And then Montante, I could put Montante at 12, but then that's where I had the Murchison and K Marco tier. So it was just a matter of like that tier for me of where that's going to fall, which I think that would be an interesting discussion if I'm selected for the committee as to where we're going to put like the haters.
So I already know the answer, I'm going to pretend like I don't. But have you been contacted about being on the committee? And are you in the running?
Mike has reached out to me. He said, I'm not a lock, but I am in consideration. I think I took it as a good sign that when he tweeted, like, everybody's been flooding me, whatever. But I actually didn't send him anything. He's the one who reached out to me. So I'm confident, but, nothing's a sure thing.
So we'll kind of back away. I guess, Freddie obviously didn't run a good show here, but now we're going to put the hat on you. We're going to say, what is a perfect situation to get this list done? What's a good criteria? How many people should be involved? You have any thoughts on that?
Well, I think the setting is basically perfect. I love what Kirk did. Like lock us in a room for however long it needs to be and get it done. That's great. In terms of how many people, I actually think, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 9. I actually think that more might be better than just 3. I know Kirk said like 6 originally. When you expand the number to like 6 to 8 to 9, then you can start to actually include some of the people that you're talking about where they've only listened for the new shows or they've only listened for the old shows, and they might remember those shows in more detail than people who have like a broader perspective. So
So should the panel be kind of a few OGs, some newer fans, and kind of a mix of that, or should it be just the most people that he thinks have the most knowledge of KMS? Is I guess it's gonna be interesting to see how that lines up.
Yeah. Mike almost has like double duty with this. He's got I think Mike should do like a Selection Sunday show on the network to reveal who's on his committee.
That'd be a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be
yeah, I need Manners in that room because I do need an ally. I need a strong ally. He obviously was hoping, he was saying I should be on the list. So, like, everybody, if you love this show, being on that list it's quite an honor. No matter where you are on that list, to be 50 people of over the years of KMS, to be on that list is pretty fucking special. And it's I'm not gonna go too far just because I don't want to pretend like I want it too much, but I do want to be on that list. So manners in that room will be important. Is there any, like, you're not including yourself or anybody, any of your friends, but are there any, like, a couple names where you say like these guys should definitely be involved in this? Any recommendations or
in the committee?
Yeah. Not including yourself or
Yeah. So I actually I think Freddie should be on. He, like, the way he led this committee, I wouldn't advocate for it, but
Sure.
in terms of he's as obsessed with the show as I am. He loves the shit. So I think Freddie should be on there. I would put, in terms of like a new school, I would put Coleman on there. Also, you need, like, in that room, you need Coleman for the vibes.
It's true.
And then I don't like Ned Snark, maybe for like an old guy, like an old guard, but like that's going way back. I don't know if that's like a good
hopefully
idea.
Ned still listens. I don't even know. I haven't heard
it. You might not be able to get somebody that just knows the old stuff because they're probably not around.
Yeah,
so you might just have to have people like me and Freddie who like know the whole thing, and then newer people who like Mama K wants it to be like a new billboard. But that's hard to, like, I don't think you can weight it based on recency bias because it's already like a difficult, like, subjective quantification of like where these people should rank, and now you're just adding the fact that you have to put weights to it depending on what year different moments occurred. I think it complicates it too much.
All right. I mean, I guess that's true. A lot of these, I mean, I guess there's a bunch of people that have been listening to from the beginning anyway, so you might get a rounded, you have 5-6 people that have been all the way through. Maybe that's the better route. As long as Manners is in the room, that's all I care about. Manners has to be in the room. Other than that, that's exciting. That's a good idea. I mean, it's so stupid, this thing. We've been going around in circles with it. It's time to just lay it out there. So it's good stuff. You watched today's show? What do you think about Caitlin O'Hara? O'Hara experience.
Today's show was, just phenomenal. From the get-go, she had Dave rattled, like, more than Dan Newton with his brother, more than the Kathy Colleen Twitter account. Dave was crazy. Within the first 30 seconds, he's like, and that fucking mirror doesn't add 50 pounds, does it? And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
kept going on.
Nobody has any clue what's going on anyway. And then he just threw that in the mix and just, like, everybody is completely lost. It was perfect. I thought Mike was absolutely outstanding today. Mike is perfect in these situations where, like, these types of people, like the Caitlins, the Stephen Gloucesters, the Bradley Steins, even when they were analyzing Matt Carano's Rome podcast, like, when people are acting extraordinarily weird, that's when Mike is in his element. He knows how to manage these people. Like with Stein, Stein's obviously a talker. Like, Mike would let him go and then poke shots at him. But with Caitlin, like, she's not going to win an argument versus Kirk and Dave against her. So Mike would, like, speak for her and defend her, but while also subtly, simultaneously throwing shots at her. It was just the perfect combination. Mike was in his bag today. What else?
He was great. I mean, not there enough. I thought Kirk kind of late when I saw him quote tweet something from Andy Mayo, but it felt like two shows in one. It was like two things going on at once. I thought she was real good. I think she fits in absolutely perfect. I guess overall on Bitches Week, if I'm going to give it, I thought Manners did a good job. I think it was successful for sure. I enjoyed the Mama K episode. The Lauren Conlon one, I'll say it again. I don't think she's bad on air. I think she's fine as a person. Just not my cup of tea on the show. That's all. I didn't feel great about it. I wasn't trying to say it wasn't fun and great. I know everybody likes to look at her, including Kirk probably too. But the bottom line is like that's really if she was 40 pounds more. I don't think people are having these conversations. It wasn't her. That's my point. The thing is, like, I don't want to blame her for it. It's the reaction from the fans acting like she was the second coming of Jesus Christ. I just didn't see it. I thought Nurse Kim was, I mean, you have to say she was fucking dreadful on Friday. Not her fault. And I will say this from a third chair to a third chair, Kim. I actually think Lauren Conlon was calmer and stuff. It did better because she really didn't know what she was exactly walking into. I think Kim knew exactly what the situation was, and she was nervous, and that's a normal reaction going into studio with Kirk Minahan. So I think it took her a while to get going. I never really think she really got going, and I will say, Manners was right. You cannot come to that show unprepared. You just can't. It's insulting. It's insulting to the fucking host when they go to you and you have nothing. So that really failed her. She's lucky Montante was there. Montante saved the fucking episode from the third chair's perspective. Because if it was just her there alone, she was very short. She really couldn't get the conversation going. And I did feel for her because I know how good she is. I've seen her shows. I think she's actually a really good talent. It's just funny it's a lot different than when you're talking into a fucking computer screen. It's not as hard. It's not as hard when you have to then go and sit in studio and he's kind of mad at you or whatever, and you don't know what to expect. It's her first time. But I thought it was out of all the women that went in there, I think she struggled the most. I have to say, I feel bad saying it because I'm a Nurse Kim guy, but fuck, she's bad.
I agree, but I think she'll. I think if she were to come in again, she would turn around.
Absolutely.
If what Menor said is, yeah, I'm glad we agree on that because like we've heard her like in space or whatever, she can talk forever.
She's very good. It was just funny. It was funny to see her fucking fail. I'm not gonna lie. It was good. It was great.
If what Menor said is true that Dave told her to like she didn't have to prepare anything just to come in, that's crazy. Like that's a really poor job by Coleman if that's the case. What'd you think of I got a little theory. What'd you think of Montante's abortion story?
Oh man. I thought it was I mean obviously you get the clip of it was warm out. I don't know, man. It came off kind of coldish. I think Montante, didn't have a father. Sometimes these things show up. And I don't know. It was a wild story. I was glad to hear it. I had never heard it. It was different. I didn't expect it to come, but it seemed a little cold, considering what somebody has to do when they do this. It's pretty fucking horrific. And I love Montante. I mean, me and him are better now. I don't want to start any more problems, but it came off a little cold. A little cold.
So if anytime Kirk hits somebody with a good line. A good funny line. What does he do? He laughs or he scratches his head or he makes a comment to Dave or he looks at Justin or he takes his drink. However, when he hit Montante with the line, if you hadn't aborted that kid 14 years ago, you would know that. So they were talking about making like why 6'7" is going viral with young kids.
Sure.
So at the timestamp, 1 hour 43 minutes, he hits Kirk or he hits Montante. If you hadn't aborted that kid 14 years ago, you would know that. And he doesn't do any of the things that I just said. Instead, he stares Montante right in the fucking eyes, analyzing every bit of his reaction. And then he looks away, or Montante says, that's probably a pretty good timeline. And Kirk looks away for a second, and he turns back and says, that probably happened at some point, though, didn't it? And once again, stares right into his soul. No nonsense, no bullshit. He was seeing how uncomfortable he got.
Yeah.
My theory is KMS is a crazy show.
Yep.
It's magical. Shit happens all the time that you don't expect. But this was no coincidence. This was no happenstance. Kirk had inside sources on Montante's past.
Oh, wow.
And who would that be? This is just a theory. I have no evidence. Who would that be? Well, answer these three. Well, I'll ask you these three questions. Kane, you give me a thought. Who is relatively new to this universe, that likes the little bit of clout that they've gotten from it, and has known Montante for a long time?
Known Montante for a long time.
Came into this universe like a month or so ago.
A month ago. Not that Caitlin girl you're talking about, are you?
No. Okay. My suggestion is that that's Montante's friend from school.
Oh, the other guy, the golf guy.
Boo the caddy. I think Boo the caddy sold out his number one boy I think he turned his back on Montante, sold him out for Kirk's good graces, and Kirk got a good little story out of it. If like it is absolutely like the odds are crazy. They weren't talking about abortions whatsoever. They were talking about making how the 6'7" is going viral. And then all of a sudden, Kirk takes the word kids and was like, well, Montante would know that if he hadn't aborted that kid 14 years ago, which is on the dot, the exact timeline that Montante actually had the abortion. So,
wow.
To me,
this is why you should be on the fucking panel. You know what I mean? This is the kind of stuff.
It's attention to detail
that Penners brings to the table. Let me just tell you, that is a fucking great theory. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. Now I'm just gonna say it. I believe it. I'm going with it because you know what? I didn't look into that deep, but if that's exactly what happened,
yeah,
I mean that's no coincidence, can it be? It can't be.
It can't be. Exactly, it can't be. And so that's the only evidence there is of that. I have no evidence that it's Boo. I just couldn't think of anybody else. It could be anybody from Montante's past. But if you look at his face, you look at Kirk's facial reactions when he brings it up and when he asks him the follow-up question. To me, that tells you all you need to know. I think there's some inside info there.
Wow. That I'll have to go back and watch now. That's a great nugget.
I have I don't know if you mind or not, but I have another Montante thing.
Oh, Jesus.
This isn't a theory. This is a little more fun.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
But Montante and his girlfriend clearly hate each other. Like he's like happy to, like on the show when he was on, he was like, yeah, I'm happy to have her move out. Like I don't care. And then when he was on the show, I think over the summer, I think he said like she hadn't had sex with him in like a month or so.
Yeah.
And then when he asked her, he asked her like a Monday, and she's like, "How about Saturday?" Just so. Well, first of all, I hope if they have issues, I hope they fix them. I hope they're live long and happy together. But if they don't, I would love a single Mike Montante and a single Jack Coleman, absolutely running roughshod over the state of New Jersey. And one, I mean, Montante is a fraud with the whole abortion thing. Two, he talks a big game about how horny he is. I'd bang anything. Roseanne Barr, 70 years old, 75 years old.
Yeah, it's gross.
Well, I mean, let's put it to the test. Put it to the test. Single Montante. He goes to a nice bar, an elegant bar. There's a nice 65-year-old woman there. You think she want to entertain Montante? I think she would, but let's see. Is he as horny as he says he is? That's screw Barstool Beach House.
Look how much weight he's lost.
See, there you go. He'd be.
The weight's coming off. Something's going on, baby.
Yeah,
something there.
Yeah. Give me Coleman and Montante content over Barstool Beach House.
That would be something. That would be a show on its own for sure. So you said do you buy Montante's, like, I mean, what you just said, you thought it was a fraudulent story, or what's your?
Oh no, I think he's a fraud for like railing against these people, calling them morons and retards and murderers, and it turns out he was the one he actually did that. Like that's crazy. Like easy for me to judge on the sidelines. Like I've never been in that situation, thank God. But if I had made that decision, like you can still believe that, like
sure.
that's very wrong and that you were mistaken to do that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be going on a national podcast just railing against these people. Like you got to know that that's going to come out at some point.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that was not gonna. I mean, who else would have dropped that information? It has to be that guy, huh? That if he did that, that is a fucking scumbag move, though, huh? Holy fuck, is that crazy? Just for clout. That's disgusting. I mean, that's a really shitty thing. I mean, I guess I'll just kind of go back, and if you really, now that I'm thinking more about this, do you think Montante would have told that guy? Like, I mean, Montante does have diarrhea of the mouth, but why would he tell that guy that information?
I think they've been friends since high school, so I assume he would have known.
Just would have known, huh?
I mean, yeah. Like if
I guess in that age, right?
If they were good buddies, I think he would have told her, like, or he would have told him, like, yeah, I got to do this. You know, my girlfriend.
Yeah, I guess he would, right? I mean, he would say something. I mean, I could see from the girl's end,
especially if they're good. Like, especially if they're still friends this day. They were probably quite good friends back then. So I'd imagine he would confide in him.
That is a one of a kind story. I mean, thank God for it, because if we were waiting for Nurse Kim to, show up and deliver the goods, it wasn't going to happen on that show. So overall, I mean, are you really still enjoying the show as much as before? I mean, it has ebbs and flows, but for the most part, it's spectacular.
Oh yeah, it's humming. Just a quick sidebar, shout out to B. Meg Ron. He said I mailed Penners a trophy, and he did. I have it right here.
Yes.
Thank you, Ron.
Beanbag's a great guy.
Yeah, thank you,
Great.
Ron. But yeah, I'm enjoying the show a lot. Bitch Week was great, and I'm very glad that it went how it did. Just just normal shows, but just with a different added flavor. So,
Was there anybody you wanted to see in there that didn't make it, or any? Like Julia, I'm surprised. I don't know what her situation. Maybe she was on vacation that week, but she didn't get the invite, or I don't even know. I don't even know if she reached out or nothing. But after that golf situation, it seems like a pretty
yeah,
natural fit to jump in there, right?
yeah, for sure. And Julie's had some moments there's like some crazy moments, like remember the drunk phone call from the airplane, like she gets in the mud. So it would have been interesting. And when she was on before, like I wasn't a big fan of her because she was in there by herself. But I think if she were to come in now, like with somebody else, I think she'd be great. I think she'd be phenomenal on the show.
Yes, I mean now that she's a fucking nutcase. I mean, have you been? So what's your live events situation? You been to a bunch, or
I've never been to any live shows.
where do you live? I'm sorry, like are you not local? Obviously.
I'm from the Philly area, so like it's not
Okay.
too bad. But I've had like illness issues, like chronic fatigue stuff. But that's been getting much. That's been like as of recently, like just gotten better. So I'm like
Wow.
ready to go.
Chronic fatigue. What's that like? I mean, is it like that's a diagnosis or?
I mean, there's like various root causes, but like basically doctors don't know how to treat it, so you have to go to like functional medicine doctors and all that shit. You have to like, and that's how you get down the conspiracy rabbit hole of medicine stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm a Jay guy. Me and Jay agree on some of that stuff.
Fucking Montante's a fucking fraud in that shit, though, isn't he? Jesus, man, hardcore Republican. Like I'm pretty conservative myself, but I don't want to see women putting coat hangers up their, up inside their body to get babies out. And I mean, honestly, I wouldn't, I don't think it's right, but like, I don't know. Montante is a hardcore righty. That's a big set. It has to be a set. I mean, now that you're saying it, really, if that's pretty fucking crazy by Kirk too. If he did this,
I love Montante. I'm a conspiracy guy myself. So like it was like heartbreaking to hear that he had an abortion because like I'm a big fan of Montante's and hear that like it was like all the criticizing he does like it was just like fraudulent. It was crazy.
Montante wants to tell you something. Hold on.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some blow penners, you pussy. What does that mean? Uh-oh.
He's mad. He's saying do some blow because of chronic fatigue. He's mad because I called him a fraud. But I like Montante. I'm not saying like it's very. I said when I made the disclaimer before I shared this, but it's very easy for me to judge from the sidelines. I've never been in that situation.
Look, yeah, I mean, it just was. If that's what he did, it's diabolical. It's just great. Just great instincts. You got to say, and he got a great clip out of it. So, any third cheers you're not liking on the show? Anything that's things that you're not liking? We're here for the criticism too. Why not?
I'm usually a pretty positive guy. I should have known coming on Kane's Corner to prepare some criticisms. However, Carrabba's coming in, I think, on Wednesday.
Yes.
When Carrabba's was on like every week, I loved him because he was generally he didn't listen, but he was generally in the know because it was 3 shows a week. He was in for one of them, so like he generally had a good idea of what was going on. But now when he's in like once a year, it's like he really has no clue what's going on, and he's not like stupid Jared anymore. He's like mature and like has his shit together.
Yes,
so there's not really a ton of entertaining value in there. But again, I think he'll be in with Mike, so
yeah,
I think he'll be okay.
I'm sure they'll go back to the usual stuff with him. That's all. He doesn't listen to the show, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I hope Greg Polo gets in soon too. I kind of miss him too. He's a great third chair. A little more Mick would be nice sprinkled in, but
yeah, for sure. I love Mick.
Instead, we're gonna get Montante 2 weeks in a row. I mean, what are the fans to do? Get another abortion. So what's it going to be this week? Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. I think there's going to be another story dropping. I think because Montante said like he's got like more in his past. I think there's going to be more stories dropping in Montante.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Yes. Aussie Minifan show. So usually we do a little bit of network stuff here. Any network shows you've been watching lately that you're enjoying? Anything?
I watch all Menor stuff.
All Menor stuff.
So I watched the Aussie Minifan show. I watched your show last week because you're talking about the list. Oh yeah, how's the smile going with the lady?
Well, it's better. I mean, I took some heat. I took some serious heat. She was not happy. But
did there need to be more? Did there need to be more surgical intervention, or did it sort of naturally come back to form?
There's some work still to be done. I never had seen fake teeth. It's not all fake, but it's very gray. Looks like she's been smoking for years with those teeth. So I got to put some veneers on and fix it. But her smile's a little different. It's fine. It was a tough day. Tough day. Yes, but she's feeling better. Not much pain. She got lucky. I mean, she got lucky. She's lucky. I'm a really nice guy, and I took her right to the medical center. And they did it quick. So, look, I'm not gonna take a victory lap here, but I didn't want to laugh. I tried not to, and now we can laugh about it because it was pretty fucking crazy that somebody would go nosedive and break their fucking teeth on some tile. I mean, I can't imagine not like I told you, like your hands are here, right? Just put them down. Boom. That's like, oh my god, fuck do you do that? But she made it. She made it, and she looks fine now. So yes, and I got my guy here. This guy, my friend Jackson, who is literally still going on shows with people that are doxing people's families.
Oh, I speaking of network shows.
Oh, great.
I saw Jay made his return to GVE like the other night, and
Really?
I didn't see it live. I got to go. Yeah, Jay and Jake. I got to go watch it.
I saw Jake because Jackson was on with him, and for some reason he keeps going on with this guy who literally is, like I went on with him a lot too. I thought he would change, but he's never going to change. So, but Jackson's going to go on. Hopefully, Manners will hold him to account here, but hey, we'll have to find out. I think it's recording on Tuesday. It's exciting. You a Hot Wieners guy?
I've not watched an episode of Hot Wieners, but I'll have to catch up on it.
Pat Ford's not usually on, so you can watch. It's okay. What's your take on Pat Ford? I mean, he got lit up today, which was great. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, we're gonna put it out there. Fuck it, I don't even care. When I heard he was doing the fake Kirk Minahan accounts, I've heard this before a lot. I heard he's put out a lot of fake Kirk tweets, and I know for a fact because I've gotten tweets, Kirk DMs.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten a fake Kirk DM, and I know it's obviously not him. Why the fuck, I used to have a nice little line to him, but that's gone. I fucked it up with a dozen, but I've gotten them. So, and now when I heard it's him, it all makes sense. So I don't want to be an asshole and spread some fake lies here. Some lies, to be fake, but they would. The bottom line is he's been doing this for a long time, and like I've said about this guy, he's a menace. He needs like special treatment. Now he's a Kirk Minahan imposter. He's sending out fake, and I've seen it. And I never put it together that it was him. But when I find out he had that fake account, there is floods of these things out there, Kirk. Flood, it's everywhere. This guy is just taking your name and shitting on it constantly. You should be off the fucking show, off the network, no more basketball, and just out of here. But hey, it's up to you, Kirk. If you want him to use your fucking name and spread it all around town, all the shit, what I don't even know. Maybe he's talking about people's family. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But all I know in the tweet, the DM that I got, I knew it wasn't you, and it was pretty vicious. But what's your take on Pat Ford?
I agree. Impersonating Kirk is not a great idea. It's just like you got to know it's not going to end well. But other than that, today was a Pat Ford absolute masterclass. I think Mike. I have to quote here from Mike. Pat Ford playing the marionette strings on the world's worst puppet show. It's just the perfect encapsulation of it.
He's an all-time guy. Got to give it to him.
Yeah, for sure. The other night when Kirk was in Spaces, Pat Ford was in there like with his Caitlin Burner doing like a high-pitched voice, like pretending to be her. I was like, this guy is off the fucking deep end. Like he's lost it, man.
Crazy.
But I'm here.
He's always been crazy, but now it shows more and more. He's got a lot of addictions, and one of them is pretending he's Kirk Minahan, which is not a good look.
But he's I'm like him in that I just like chaos. Like that's why I'm a J guy for GVE. Like they don't like him, but like I just want crazy shit to happen. And Pat Ford is just edging closer and closer to that just pure total crazy. There's like no going back. So I would love to have him in studio again and see what the hell he's up to.
Well, I would say too about Pat. What's scary about Pat? Very, very scary. I mean, if you're a podcast host listening, the guy's a little sophisticated too, which is he's got a lot of little tricks up his sleeve, things I could never do. I'll admit that. He's a very smart guy, and he's dangerous. And it's it's a bad combo. I will say Caitlyn definitely got played by this guy, and it's not credit to her. She should know better, but I mean, it gave us a good episode, so I'll give it to Pat. I mean, it definitely was an interesting episode today, and Pat Ford did that behind the scenes. He made that all happen. So, and I
Yeah,
still think I don't know why Dave is so rattled. Anyway, it's not that big a fucking deal. I don't even like what is the big deal about what was said on those DMs.
I
I mean,
Dave. I think
totally.
Dave's probably more upset that there's like a hot woman who like hates him. I think that's really crux of it. He doesn't really care like the means of by which it happens, but if that's the end result, I think Dave's going to hate whatever's going into it. It is it is alarming how much time Pat Ford puts into this.
That's crazy.
It makes you wonder how the rest of his life is going.
I don't wonder. I know it's on the edge here. There's a lot of like I think Pat overall is a nice guy. I don't think he hurts anybody or he's yet, but you got to say the guy is psychotic in a special, real special kind of way. Hey, it's a good show. The Wiener show is very good. John is a great host. I love Ron and Pat's there sometimes. So good show. Have you watched the Bradley Stein Experience?
No, but I want to check in on that too. He's a nut. He's just as crazy as the rest of these guys. I have to check that out as well.
Yeah, he's kind of lost some interest or something. I mean, I'm beating him in the views now. It's not good. It's not good, Bradley.
Yeah, that's not
We're
good.
too talented for that to happen. Yeah, he's a very he's a weird guy. I saw him the other day. He was freaking out because Jake doxed his school or something, and I told you I'm wrong with the guy. But you are on Twitter at, I don't know. His real name is Bradley Stein, right?
Yeah,
And he's like, I don't want the people in New York at my school to see my stuff. I'm like, then why do you have your real name? I don't understand. If you're that worried about it, change your fucking Twitter account to some burner, like something else, and build up again so nobody knows who you are, Bradley. It's kind of weird. Like your name is there, and your face is there. I mean,
he had made that Minahan before. Just go bring it back. Go back to it.
right. It's don't want to have that out there, but yeah, interesting show. Now that's it. I guess on the Aussie Minifan show, there's some other shows, right? What else they got on there? I know they have all them. Have you done any Billboard chart shows? The Billboard chart guy, his music.
No,
shows?
the only music I know really is Bruce from that time. So if he wants to talk Bruce, I can do that. Other than that, no. I do have one more thing on Caitlyn real quick.
Sure.
The desire to play her Nurse Kim impression recording, just one to make an impersonation of Nurse Kim is just crazy. Like that was so like credit to her. Like the Bizarre Instinct was very funny. It was original.
She did a good job.
Nobody else is doing that. And then I just thought it was funny that. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, she fits in well.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny that like if she wanted to play the recording so bad and not doing the microphone, and then she ends up just like doing the microphone anyway. Like it was just useless. But
all right, we're gonna bring a special. Are you okay if Montante comes on? He wants to come on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, let me just send. Anyway, yeah. So we'll bring him on quick. We just get the link to him.
I also thought it was funny that Caitlyn had some chicken fry audio, but it wasn't the audio of her talking about the show. It was just like her talking about dating advice, just like directionally accurate, but like just not getting the point quite right.
I don't even know if I can share the link with him. I'm not sure. Let me see here. Let me go off here 1 second. Oh, that's the wrong one. 1 second, Penners, right? I'm just gonna.
Yeah, of course.
I don't even know how to show the link do the link from here. I'm not sure. Somebody'd have to go behind it and do it. I think I'm not even sure. I can't really, unless I can copy yours, maybe. This is why I shouldn't be running the shows.
I can try. Just like copying the one you sent me.
Yeah, there we go. I know what the list is. He's such a fucking idiot. Menace! My Tante wanted to come on. I just couldn't get him the link. I'm not sure how to do it.
Why are you streaming in 2 ways? You're such a tech disaster. Anyway,
Is that all you do is come on here to fucking nail people? Come on.
no. I just wanted to come on and say what a great guy Penners is. Great Minifan.
Yes.
Great to have you on the network. You were absolutely railroaded by Freddie. You were sold up the river. So
I like
I'm Team Penners here. So yeah, Team.
I like
Penners.
Freddie. Freddie puts on a great show. I just disagree with how the list was handled. But
Well, the show hasn't been great this season, though, has it?
What show?
For Fireside, it hasn't been good this.
Oh
season.
no. No, it has. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm back. Yes, it had. It had good panels. Not really, right?
man,
No, not at all.
I think Mike should go back on there and do like a release show when he releases the committee names, like a selection Sunday. I don't know if you know what that is, man, or if that's an American thing, but
Yeah. No, I've been listening all show. I think you've had a great appearance. Cracking this Montante case is wild. I fell off my chair. The Boo, you were 100% right. Boo definitely slipped that information to Kirk. Had a few drinks, sent him a DM, trying to get on Kirk's good side.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Keep my name in mind when you do more golf stuff,
It's also a real scumbag move by his friend. I mean, that is a dirty fucking play. So, gotta give it to him. That's Minifan 101, baby.
Also, I wanted to come on. I don't know if you saw Penners, but there was a lot of people in the chat saying that they actually thought you were me, and you were one of my burners.
No, I've been around since I created the Penners account like around the producer search, I think.
Yeah, I know it's not a burner because I would have known if I created it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Right. Well, I just wanted to jump in. Kane, you need to sort out your internet. I don't know what's going on at the new place.
Is it bad again over here?
It's been coming in and out a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta go somewhere else and do it. I tried a new spot today. It's just not working. So I gotta go upstairs and own the house. I mean, we had Penners on. How could I disrespect him like this, right?
Yeah. But it's been a great show.
Montandi's got to come on and maybe clear some stuff up. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And just remember, Aussie Minifan show will be live at 11 p.m. tonight. So
if you're up late, your co-host going on shows with Jake, or
yes, I will be. You're right. No, absolutely. Can you? What the fuck is he doing? I will be. But he did. Yeah, he actually sent me a groveling message afterwards, apologizing.
Oh, really?
But yeah, basically, he just had sex. He was like floating in some post-coital sort of high, and then I think Luke brought Jake in, and he just stuck around. All right, well, great show, Penners. Want to have you more involved with the network, so whenever you want to do a show, you just reach out. We're always here for you.
Before you go, I mean, maybe you're going to save it for the Aussie Minifan show, but have you been contacted by Blind Mike, or is that something you can release here, or?
I think Kirk said that if I want to be involved, I have to be included. So, yeah, I've got the nod. It's just whether I'm going to be there. I just have to I only have to get to the other side of the world.
That's true.
Here he is. Man, you must hate Boo right now.
Listen, he found out the same time everybody else.
You're muted, Montante.
You muted, yeah. All right, I'm gonna
see you later.
All right. I'm new to this. I've been out of the game for a bit. I was saying great theory by Penners. Not true though. No, I get why he would think that, but no, not true. He found out the same time everybody else did. A lot of people did, at least.
Is there anybody in your life that could potentially be a leak? Does anybody know about
one other person? Yeah, and I don't think she said anything to Kirk.
Oh, it's just her. That's it.
That's it.
So you don't think his theories? You think Kirk didn't know at all? You just came out of nowhere.
No, I think it was a throwaway line, and then I was like thinking, and then he picked up on it, and then I'm too stupid to like lie or pivot elsewhere.
So did he hit the timeline exactly right?
No, I don't. Because
you're 33, right?
33. It was like 19 or 20 years ago.
19 or 20
years. No. Sorry.
It was 14 years ago.
I'm retarded. my brain flipped them. I was either 19 or 20, so it was either 13 or 14 years ago.
Yeah, and Kirk said 14. To not even talking about abortions and then to hit you had an abortion 14 years ago and to be right on there.
I did it.
What?
Men can't get pregnant. I know that's controversial.
Okay, just take it easy. To hit that you paid for an abortion 14 years ago, that the odds of that happening are fucking crazy. If it's actually true, it's a coincidence. Like I don't know.
Did you have to go through your Twitter and delete all your abortion stances, or
I'll leave? Listen, I'm a different man back then. I'm a different man. Okay, I'm a different man. I leave everything up. I saw I got clipped a few times. People obviously going on there searching up the magic word, but
so nobody else knew about it that would know here. So there's no way that happened.
No chance.
Wow. That makes it even more like it's hard. I got to go back and see the video.
The way he looked at you as soon as he said it, to me, it looked like he knew something.
I knew I was cooked. As soon as you get that look, I'm like, oh, this cocksucker's like zoned in. And he has a good instinct of like knowing, like, oh, there's something here. And I was done. I didn't need Colony and chiming in, every 3 minutes about it. And
what happened with Nurse Kim, do you think? I mean, you couldn't save her. She really never got going. She was not prepared. She got fucking boozled, and she's really good on air. I just, it's different when you're talking into a computer screen. I get that. So when now you're in front of the guy. But.
I agree. I like her a lot. I just that's a tough spot. Like I'm not a good pairing for that. Like I think Quinlan, like there's somebody else in there, which I did advocate for, so I'll fall on that sword. Would have been a way better spot for her, all things considered. But I think she did okay. I mean, like no one did like horrific that week. Did
horrific?
Did Mama K's game waste all of our lives? Yeah, sure. That's this precious time that we'll never get back. I can't explain what exactly happened, but no, I think she did. Put it this way: that's how the week was that good. When like that was like, oh, like that was a poor spot, all things considered. It was a strong week. Shout out to Menners.
Yeah, shout out to Menners. He was amazing. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. All right. You cleared it up, Montante. I'm about to get out of here very shortly anyway. Anything else you want to add to the conversation here?
No, I was watching the football game, and I was like, you know what? Let me. I got the itch. Let me pop in. By the way, it'll be my third week in a row if I go in on Friday. Third week.
Pretty soon they got to give you a contract, huh?
No,
you're not going to work from here. It's not going to happen. I know, but it's too bad. Unfortunate.
I don't know what Penners. I don't know what I expected him to look like, but it wasn't this. He looks like an uglier Francis Ellis. Respect.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean that in a good way.
I thought he painted himself white. No, he is fucking whiter than white.
Yeah, he's. You don't do well with the sun.
Movie,
I'm a quarter Italian, but you wouldn't guess it.
Yeah, you're probably. I'm guessing from Naples.
No, my mom's dad is Sicily.
Really?
Yeah, I look nothing like my mom. My mom's like a tan.
So bad news. I don't think your family lineage exactly lines up the way that you've been told, but
I don't think so either.
There's nothing.
You don't look Sicilian at all. I mean, you sure?
Is there any chance?
Just a quarter. The other side's all Polish and whatnot.
Menner's new kids will look a little darker than you. I have a feeling.
Not having any more kids, right? Kane, quick note. So StreamYard has done an update where you can stream landscape or vertical. You selected both, and actually so did Josh. So it's not you.
So it's doing
just
two different streams.
Yeah. So next time, just select this one, and because one Kane's bad enough, but two, I don't know.
Hey, the next time you see Josh, you can put the right time in fucking
absolute nightmare fuel.
That's true.
Menners, can we have an open conversation about PRC so far and the new era of your show?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I like PRC. He's been an abject disappointment.
It's almost like he's playing a bit on you.
I know.
He looks like he's lost his space. Like he does not want to be there either, doesn't he?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to defend PRC here. I've been a bit unreliable the last couple of weeks, moving the show around, not locking in times. So he's sort of had to scramble a bit. Technically, though, he's struggled. So, look, Aussie Minifan show tonight is my last show for a month or so. So that gives PRC time to clean up his act. He's doing these football shows, but can you imagine he was producing KMS?
No. By the way, and I said this the other day, I feel bad for him because I do like him. He's a genuinely nice guy. I once made a joke about his wife's penis, and I felt so bad. I got his number and I called him and I apologized. He's a good guy, but he has a 0% chance job. If both producers got fired tomorrow, he wouldn't even be on the short list of replacements.
Oh,
Yeah,
usually-
absolutely. He might have like doing Menace Live was supposed to get him better for the job, but it might have
It did
cost
the
him
exact
job.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's cost him the job.
You exposed a lot of warts that we were not aware of.
I just have been annoyed. Like he hasn't come with any like funny content, and then his instincts, like to book that guy from Wretched Rentals, very strange. Very strange.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I like the when I was driving back the other day from Mass, I like the loud beeping that you could hear during phone conversations. That was really good.
And then he was shocked that it was annoying us.
Yeah.
What about Mama K's cans on Friday night? What was going on there?
I wasn't gonna say it, but you couldn't not see him. Those things.
I think it was on purpose too. I mean, she's dying to get out there. Maybe she's
Absolutely.
On the
She's a
My Tante's
smart,
been losing
very
weight,
attractive woman.
Could be
Those
honest.
things cost more than my tante's abortion.
Oh wow.
Penners. Come on. It's a sensitive subject.
I love the theory though. I just wished it was true. I mean,
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
No, I got a call from Boo that day, and he was like, "I did not know about this." And he knows the timeline, so he knows who it was.
Yeah.
Unless the girl has like friends that also know.
No,
but, yeah, I think
that was a throwaway line, and he picked up something, and I don't have the ability to like pivot and not be like brutally honest, which is a good quality sometimes and sometimes a horrific one. But yeah, not great. Not great.
It was warm out, it kind of ruined your summer, maybe,
I've been thinking about that for a while. I think it might have been the spring. It wasn't that high. Anyway, it's not important.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Hey, Montante gossip. So how was lunch after the show last week with Nurse Kim and whoever else went?
It was good. It was me, her, Colleen, and Justin. Justin drank waters. Colleen drank Bud Lights, a little gay. And then Nurse Kim was drinking, I think, vodka tonics. It was good. It was a good time. Not much gossip going on. I think it's kind of crazy for Justin to go out and not drink, after he's drinking 50 beers at a football game and driven home. That was, by the way, somebody do a service to everyone and clip Menners. You just sneezed, and I just saw snot fly out of your face.
No, really?
Well, Don's on that. He'll be on
absolutely. That was disgusting.
Well,
Menners, good God. Are you okay?
Yeah, of course.
No, you're not. Play that back. That was genuinely disgusting.
Well, away from Don.
You just lost half a pound of snot and phlegm. That was fucking.
No, there was no snot. Definitely, there was no snot.
No snot. Menners. Okay, you'll see this.
Come on, let's get back to your abortion. All right. And so at lunch, how was Nurse Kim after the appearance?
She was
had to be better than she was on the show. So
that's not.
It get worse than that.
I don't think it's not needed. I don't think it's fair either. But no, she was just like I don't think she thought she did a great job, but she's
not
talent.
easy. Not easy. I feel for her. I do. She just wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? That's kind of what Menor said. She just was not. If you not have any preparation, it's just like I don't know. It's so disrespectful.
I actually don't think that's bad advice from Colleen, and maybe I gave similar advice. Just go in there, and riff with the show. Like she's talented enough to go in there and just respond. Like,
well, she wasn't though.
Yeah, and I don't think she knows the show enough to do that. That's the issue.
She had a great callback on that show. She knows the show.
Oh yeah, like in the last hour, she was much better. But when Kirk goes to you and says, "Hey, what do you want to talk about? What have you got?" and you've got nothing, that's a tough start to the show.
Listen, I would argue some people's nothing are better than a lot of people's somethings. So I think she did just fine. Manners.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she did do just fine. She wasn't bad at all. Not at all. And actually, if you listen to the podcast, to the podcast, though, you don't even know she's there for most of it. It's just tough when you watch it's just tough when you watch the YouTube and she's sort of sitting there petrified for that first hour. Like, I just felt bad for her.
It is a weird experience though. Like if you don't you could listen to the show and like really know what the insides and outs, but like being in there is different. Like
it is.
There's no way Kirk just walks in like a psychopath down the hallway, says zero to anybody, and just sits down and goes, "Are we good?" Like that would throw you off a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it's
you
just
know
used
it's
to talking on
coming.
a computer screen. Exactly.
No,
But
you don't
she's-
know. If you've never been in there, you have no idea that's coming.
Has she
Yeah,
been
but if
done
you've
any
heard the
live
show
things, or-
once, you know that's like everybody knows.
But she,
that.
but she's never been in the show once. Ding dong.
No, but she's
You know-
she's heard reaction shows. Like that's like the whole thing with the show is he just walks in and starts.
Yeah, but it is different being in.
Anyway, look, yeah, it was a great show. I thought the week was the
Hey,
best week of the year.
You've
did
never
a
been in
great
there.
appearance.
You've never been in there
You-
for a KMS
No,
show,
you're right.
Manners.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
No, you're right.
No, it wasn't. I know that's the technicality I was kind of joking about. Kane, thank you for being very literal about it and making
Yeah.
an obvious
yeah.
thing.
No, but he's
even
right.
worse.
I've never been to third chair, so he's 100% right.
I'm telling you, the show has to end.
Not that I'm bitter about it at all.
The show has to end with Manners behind the glass. Has
It's gonna
to.
end that way. It's gonna end that
Yeah.
way, right?
He's being
It's
such
gonna
a
be-
pussy though. He won't fully commit. He's got the fucking Tanzanian girlfriend now. He's
What do you mean
happy.
that won't fully commit. Kirk won't fully commit.
Just get to the state. If you got to the States, you'd be there within 6 months. Just go to the fucking move to Boston. You like the Red Sox.
But
Just do
need, You need a work visa, dummy. Like,
Listen,
I can't just
I'll-
turn up.
You look the part, right? You're dark enough to where you're not dark enough to where we want you out automatically. I'll speak to a couple guys. We'll keep you in the States. Get in the
Yeah.
fucking bullpen, warm up in Mass, and you'll be in there within 6 months. Just come to the States. You're not serious about
Yeah,
it. You
He's
like
not
this
gonna
more.
leave
you
now
like-
because he gets a month off of work. Aren't you guys like forced to take a month off or something? Or for holiday?
What?
Aren't you guys
Well, it's
forced?
different. I work for myself, so
Oh,
when you work for
yeah.
yourself.
Well, I saw
look,
recently.
look.
I saw recently online that you actually have run a failed podcast
I
company.
do, yeah,
so
yeah. Thank
tough
you.
luck. Really, really tough luck
I know,
to see
I
that.
know. It's been tough.
well,
Manners.
your success on the Minifan Network, so that's all that matters.
Are we done with the unfollowing and following each other? Like, can you just be like a human being for one time? It's so annoying.
But we have each other's phone numbers, so it doesn't.
I
it
know
doesn't really
that's what's even more annoying. Like Meadows like post them, like click on the profile to react, and it's like you're like what am I doing to earn their unfollow? I'm a nice guy.
I just don't think it matters. Like, if someone annoys me on X, I just unfollow.
Oh,
them.
you also did
I
the same
did-
thing, man.
I did actually block Johnny
Well,
Frank's
Kane,
phone number.
Kane.
I just got my follow back, so thank you for
Kane,
that. But you did the same
you
exact thing.
work hard for the unfollow, Kane. And
Not
that's-
really. We just called out your hypocrisy.
You
that's
are.
all.
There's no hypocrisy with me, Kane. Anyway,
Yeah.
Petters, what are you to get in there?
What?
What are you to get in studio, Penners?
I don't know. Probably should go to a live show first. So I would like to get in sometime next year. I would love to get in next year.
You've never been to a
Korner
live
show's a
show?
good one.
I've never been to a live show. Obviously, never been in studio. But I would like to get in next year.
I mean, yeah,
I'll be in
Good luck.
Laconia.
yeah, that'd be good. And the drive from you said you're from like Delco or
Philly.
Philly. It's not a great drive. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's not the end of the
Laconia's
world.
a little farther than Boston, but I'll do it. I used to work in Las Vegas, and I moved out there, drove across the country, drove back. It's beautiful. I love a long drive.
Can we dive a little more deeper into your chronic fatigueness? I've never even heard of that. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You're
it
just
usually caused-
tired?
Yeah, like tired and like can't stay awake for a whole day. It's usually caused by like mold or like candida or other
Or
shit like
in
that.
Penner's case, he listened to Montante with E on Montante's World. And
You
then,
get SNAP benefits for that or no?
No, I could work. I was working until it got like so bad that I had to like move home for a little bit. But now
It was that like you like couldn't like
Oh yeah, dude. I couldn't stay awake for a whole day.
Really?
Yeah, and like there's like a bunch of other symptoms like that come with like mold stuff. Like I couldn't exercise without feeling like I was gonna like pass out, like faint. Like it was really bad. Like,
Really?
I was getting like central sleep apnea. I was like I'm not overweight, but like I would literally my body would just like forget to breathe as I was going to sleep. It was pretty scary, but yeah, most of that's gone.
you have a similar work ethic to Menner's girlfriend.
It doesn't work.
they don't all land, Montante. They don't all
I
land.
get it. What?
A little racist joke I had to throw in there. She's black, so she doesn't work. It's a don't.
Gotta get,
I do work.
always gotta get one in, you know.
I do work.
Anyway, I digress. I digress.
I didn't work for like a year when
Yeah.
it was really bad.
Jesus, that's hey. Well, I feel like I don't know. I never heard of that. I hope you're doing better, I guess. But Menner, so why are you gonna be done for a month?
I'm traveling for the cricket next week, so I'm away for a week. I'm very busy at work for a couple of weeks, and it's just time to take a break. I've done a lot of shows. I've been on an unbelievable run of content, then booking
remarkable.
Babes Week, and just need to take a break, focus on some
Get
other
married
stuff.
or no?
What are you talking about?
I mean, hey,
Absolutely not.
That's not an insane question.
I'm barely
older,
divorced. Why would I?
Well,
Why would
I
I? I'm not as dumb as you to move in with the first broad that sucks my dick. I mean, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
speaking
Does a
of
good job, yeah.
Montante, what do you think of Kane's theory that you're losing weight because you might be a single man?
Hey, every once in a
Wow,
while,
Bob.
a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, well,
And
he was
just,
out there.
I'm gonna go. I've got to go and
Pretty
get ready.
spot
But
on.
just remember, tomorrow night. Apparently, we're doing this veteran show again. Danny in Billrick is going to try and raise like $300 for the veterans, so it's going to make a huge difference.
I've
But
donated
better than nothing.
money. I've donated money the last 3 years, so people got to step up. That's a
Is
good
Stein going
yeah.
on this week or no?
Who?
What?
Bradley going on, Stein?
It's not. Yeah, Stein's going on. But just remember, Remembrance Day. Danny live tomorrow. Support the veterans.
Thank
Sounds
you,
great.
guys. It's important. What a guy, huh?
The best. Absolutely the best. The nicest guy out there.
Well,
A terrific guy behind the scenes, too, let me tell you. Doesn't criticize you at all.
You've never had. Oh, okay. So you do have some issues with our little mate.
No, I really don't have any. I mean, without him, we wouldn't be here today. He is my sole supporter, Montante. So if you don't have him, what do I got? I mean, now hopefully I got Penners, but I'll piss him off soon too. It's just a matter of time. So
hard to piss me off. I'm not in the business of making
you're
enemies.
too tired to get pissed off, right? You're just gonna sleep.
No, I'm better now. Guys.
So when you were truly sick, how give me a good sick? Like you sleeping like 15 hours a day?
12, but like not.
That's
now,
crazy.
Yeah, and like I'd have to take like two. It couldn't do it all at once. It'd have to be like 2 naps during the day, so it was literally impossible for me to like do anything.
Is there
Brother
like
had
is there
ALS,
a
he
chance
didn't
you're
sleep
just
that
like lazy or something?
No, believe me, I thought about that. I pushed it off for like a long time. It was like slowly getting worse and worse, but I just like I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep like working. I wanted to have a life, so I just kept.
So if they like studied your DNA, they'd be like, oh, this guy's got chronic fatigueness.
No, it's not like a disease. It's like it's caused from like living in like toxic mold. If you're living in an environment like mold.
Well,
All right,
if you ever have
listen,
somebody study your DNA, let us know, okay? That's funny.
It fucks up your like mold like fuck up your there's some people that don't detox mold properly and like 25% of people. So if you're one of those people living in an environment that has a bunch of like black mold, you're gonna get fucked.
I used to have a mold restoration business, so I'm well aware. I'm familiar with the mold game.
Yeah,
The booze gonna get you first. Me too. Don't worry. The mold will be later.
Exactly.
The liver. Yes, we're gonna go. All right, I'm getting out of here now, guys. I'm ending the stream.
thanks.
All right,
Kane.
Kane.
Thank you, guys. Penner's great job. Good show today, tonight. Yeah, it was fun. Penner's got a lot of knowledge, and what a great theory. Unfortunately, Montante dismissed it, but hey, it's still out there. It could be true. Maybe we got to get his friend on to just to double check. Possibly, but I guess we won't. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Have a good night, guys.